everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Justina Alyssa. Welcome. So since I have braces, I wanted to go over a few essential things that you may really need. I actually have the items with me so that I can show you exactly what it is and you can get an idea for when you go to the store. You'll be like, okay, I remember that. The first item that I would recommend is a soft bristle toothbrush. Very soft. Can go straight through your braces, and the hard ones are not that great. The soft, I highly recommend. If you have an electric toothbrush, it's just spinning around your braces. It doesn't really get in between your braces. When you're brushing your teeth, you brush up and down, because it's bringing everything up and down outside of the wires, because the wires just block everything. If you have a soft one for an electric toothbrush, you can use that also, but I prefer the manual one because it's just a lot easier. Now, the second one that we are gonna go over is floss. Now, you may realize that this floss is very thin, and you're like, how can I get that in between my mouth? Usually when you get your braces put on, the orthodontist will give you a little goodie bag of essential things that you will need for while you have your braces. If you have a regular floss, I would recommend you buy this. So it's called the Floss Threaders. It is literally a little hoop. You put the floss through the hoop, you use this little piece, and you put it through your wire. It's a lot of work, but it helps if you don't have the actual floss that you use for braces. When I first got my braces put on, I bought this. It has a very thick tip that it's easy to just put right through the braces, and you can just floss through your teeth. Now, when you purchase one of the SuperFloss, you're gonna be like, how do I use this? But it's literally a thick tip, and you put it straight through the wire, and then you have a regular size floss at the end. And it makes it a lot easier to floss your teeth and to keep them clean. Now, my most important essential that I recommend, I should have had these number one, but the ones that I highly recommend are wax. You are gonna need these bad boys a lot, especially in the beginning, because your mouth is not used to the wires or the brackets, and it's just pinching the inside of your mouth. So the wax helps a lot. As you can see, I use them a lot. They are fairly used. I have so many. I have them all over the place. Keeping wax everywhere, in your purse, in your car, in your book bag, everywhere. Another essential that I recommend, it's called the Plak Smacker. This little bristle, it's very convenient for when you are on the go and you don't have time to floss or to go to a bathroom and spend all that time flossing your teeth. This will save you a lot of time. My orthodontist gave us a whole bag of a whole bunch of stuff. They also included chapstick inside of my bag. And I was wondering, why would they put chapstick? Why would I need that? Well, you don't realize until after you have braces that your lips will get chapped often. I do not know why, but every time I had my braces, I needed to have chapstick on, or even Vaseline. Now, the last couple of things that I'm going to talk about, I do not have them with me, but it's all up to you however you feel, if you need it or not. So my first one is a water floss. When I first got my braces put on, I purchased a water floss, and I found it very helpful in the beginning. It saved me a lot of time, but I realized that it's actually not cleaning my tooth. So, you know, with floss, you're rubbing against the tooth, and it's taking all of the plaque and all of the decay off of the tooth, because you're actually physically cleaning it. Water, you're just rushing water through it, and it's not actually brushing in between your teeth. So it has its pros and cons. It depends if you have like a really big meal. Let's say you have ribs and you just want to water floss very quickly, I would recommend using that. But other than that, it's not as helpful. It's up to you if you want to buy the water floss. If not, I feel like the tools that I have are very useful, and I don't really use my water floss anymore. Now the next one that I want to go over is a mouth guard. So it depends on how you sleep, but a mouth guard is mainly for people who grind their teeth. There was so many times that my mouth was in so much pain and the cutting inside of my lips, I was like, just gonna buy a mouth guard just so that it protects the inside of my mouth. I ended up never buying one, but I read that it's very helpful, especially for people who grind their teeth when they're sleeping. When you grind your teeth, or even if you slam your teeth against each other when you get your braces put on, or even after a tightening, it is so painful and it will wake you up. Another one I would recommend is Orajel. In the beginning, I didn't know how to just keep my braces on. I wanted to just yank them off because I couldn't take the pain. Then I was getting frustrated that I couldn't eat, or my mouth was just sore and sensitive. I did purchase Orajel. I didn't use it that much because Orajel only lasts for a certain amount of time. I would put on Orajel before I went to bed. It would help me at least for the first 30 minutes until I fell asleep. And then eventually I just stopped using it. But like I said, it's all up to you if you feel like you want to purchase Orajel. It does help for a little bit. I would just rub it on my gums. I would also recommend purchasing a very little mirror so that you can carry around with you, just in case if you feel like self-conscious that you always have something in your teeth. I know I always kept like a little pocket mirror in my purse because I did not want food like stuck in between my braces or on the sides or wherever. So I would always constantly be checking, especially after I ate something, to make sure. You never know who you're gonna see or who you end up talking to or smile to, and that's kind of embarrassing because it pops out. These tools that I shared with you may work for you, may not. These are just things that I recommend to use when you have braces, or even Invisalign. They definitely help me. I try and keep them with me at all times. I recommend you do as well. I hope these tips were useful because you will need them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe.